may like it and you may enjoy it. But before I will deliver my speech, I would like to face your partner first. Just face and say and at those who are at the right side, say this word to your at the left side. Your left side. This word you and I is a part of the community, and you pointed. And you and I are part of the community. 1, 2, 3, go. You and I are part of the community. So thank you for bearing with me. So before I begin my speech, let me remind you of two quotes whom sometimes I heard and sometimes I uttered, and sometimes I heard also to hear in the seminary. One is coming from the Bible, and the other one is I heard this when I am elementary, probably when I was 3, 4, and I hope you hear this also. So the first one is, if 2 or 3 gathered in my name, I will be there in their midst. This is taken from the Bible. And the other one is, no man is an island. Or sometimes I heard here they translated it to more modern term. So they call it, no man can stand alone. So each of us is meant to be part of community, and this community starts with 2. That's why in the first quote, what I've said is, where 2 or 3 gather in my name, I am there in their midst. That is why a family composed of 2 or 3, which is the father, the son, the mother, and son, and there it is considered already as one community. Because home and communities begin with 2. That's why Jesus described Christian community. Because one of the most example here is our parents. They are one community. They were married inside of the church. They were married inside of the church for them to have a good agreement. To have a good agreement with the Lord. And also the same with us here in seminary. We are here in a community so that we have a good relationship to each other, to our brothers or to our sisters there. And because home and being in a home and in community is where God's children is. It's where we are loving, where we listen or appreciate and accepted into the world, not just by our immediate family, but by all the fellow men with whom we share our life. We are all God's family, sons and daughters of God, brothers and sisters of the Lord. But we need to extend our being community to others outside our family, because our family cannot be completed if we want our being community to our family only. Our work of salvation is a work of building community in the Lord. This starts when we were baptized as Christian, as a son of God. Because the time we were baptized, we entered into a new covenant in the blood of Jesus. This is for baptism brings the responsibility of building Christian community, because only community will save the world, and we are that community. Being in the community in the Lord gives us a mission that God wants us to do for His greater glory. This mission starts when, as I have said, when we were baptized in God's name. all of us have a mission to each and every one of us. Long before we were conceived by our parents, we already conceived by the mind of our Lord. And before we were planned by our parents, we already planned for God here on earth to have a mission, which is to build the community. Because our baptismal is the covenant with Jesus, then bring the responsibility to build community in the Lord. That's why baptism gives responsibility to build community. But many times we don't mind, or we don't recognize that we have mission. Let me give you some example which we always do, especially when we were having our apostolate. Every time that we ride in that jeepney, sometimes, for example, someone will pass the fare to us in order for the driver to get. Sometimes they said, pakipasa. So that's that little act of helping the one who said pakipasa. That is that's one of our mission. And let me just give you also a story about my experience here in the seminary before I enter here and now. Before I entered here in the seminary, I was like, I felt alone, or it's like I have no companion, I have no friends, because I don't know all of you. What I only know is my cubs, and because of course they are the one who is with me before. So, but when after a few weeks, few months, and a year, I discovered that I have changed, and that's because of you. And maybe that's our mission, is to help each other to be known. Yeah. And let me tell you also a story which I experienced and observed in our hometown. This woman is very devoted to the Lord. She dedicated herself to God in helping those people who really need help, especially in bringing God to the people. This woman is very simple. She has no big house, as a house of a pig here in Manila. She has no clothes as expensive as friend Elias Malinaw has. And she has no cell phone or laptop like Marcari has. And her work only is a laborer. If no one will invite her to work in another field, she will just work in their backyard or plant some vegetables that can sustain their daily needs in their family. But all these things that I give to you as information about her is not enough. What struck me most, especially my heart, was she was very faithful to God in spite of the conditions. She remained faithful to God because her left eye can see, but she always had this passion to help the people. Sometimes she traveled together with the priest, even that place is too far that it can take you 2 days until you reach that place. But still she want to help. Sometimes, especially when the priest there in our place, that he has no companion, this woman, he offered herself to accompany that priest to help. And that woman that I'm talking to you is no other than Lydia and this thing.